Well, this morning, Richard Allen is behind bars, being held without bail, charged with 2 counts of murder for the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German.
Our Samantha Johnson is live again in Delphi this morning with what we know about Richard Allen right now. Samantha.
Yeah, Carlos, this morning we are working to learn everything we can about this man, 50-year-old Richard Allen. That's who police say they have identified as the man in these photos and in these police sketches that we have seen for more than 5.5 years now. We're still working to learn everything we can about Richard Allen. But let me tell you what we have learned so far. Our 13 Investigates team has been combing through the records, and we know he is 50 years old. He goes by Rick or Ricky. He has lived in Delphi for at least 16 years, less than 2 miles from the bridge where those girls disappeared before they were found dead. Allen has no criminal history, just a few traffic citations on his record. Right now, police are not sharing much about Allen's arrest because they say they are still investigating. The grandparents of Libby German told us they are still calling on the community for help.
Any information pertaining to anything with this case, obviously with the person arrested, but anything at all, please call that in. Please turn those tips in, because I want to make sure that that's how we support as a family, right, is keep it out there, asking for help, and you guys carry that message back out there for us.
Now, state police and the Carroll County prosecutor insist this investigation is far from over. Richard Allen's next pretrial date is set for January 13th of next year, and as of right now, his trial is scheduled for March 20th. We do want to remind you one more time, the task force is still accepting tips from the community about this case. You can send those into the email address you see right here on your screen. You can also find that and a phone number to call at WTHR.com/Delphi. Now, police tell us they obviously received thousands of tips over the last 5.5 years, but they say they want more. They want all the tips they can get to make sure there is justice for Abby and Libby.
Samantha, thank you. And we spoke to the grandparents of Libby German about this arrest. Libby's grandparents, Mike and Becky Patty, say that they've been processing the impact of Richard Allen's arrest for the past few days now.
I don't feel like I thought I would. I've always said that I would be screaming on the rooftops, but we're not. It's sad.
Well, Allen lived just 5 minutes from the Monon High Bridge Trail where Abby and Libby went missing February 13th of 2017. Their bodies were discovered the very next day, and while they didn't know him, Allen had processed photos for their family at some point after the murders.
Doug Carter said that early on, if you recall. He said he's hiding in plain sight, and that's the case.
And Kelsey German, Libby's sister, tweeted, quote, "We got him," after the announcement of Allen's arrest.